Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Birds of a Feather Together call featuring luminary Claire Marie Kohout. We are delighted for you to meet Claire Marie and experience her wisdom. We're so happy that you are here with us, whether you are one of New World Women's founding mothers, a personal growth or business maven member, or you are joining us for the first time, or you're watching the replay. Just your presence with us makes everything better. New World Women is an international women's self-empowerment sisterhood that brings like-hearted women together, provides teachings and inspiration, and increases women's prosperity in real ways. Financial sufficiency is one of the best ways for a woman to have independence and personal freedom and to live a truly self-empowered life. In addition to New World Women's like-hearted community, teachings, and inspiration, we also provide ways for our members to increase the abundance in their lives. We are absolutely thrilled that our Birdie Marketplace is now open to the public. Please go to birdie.shop and you will find amazing products, services, and teachings made from the hearts and hands of women. If you have a gift that you want to give to somebody and you don't know what to get them, please, we encourage you support women around the world by going to birdie.shop and buying a gift card for them. And then they get to pick out their gift. When you support women entrepreneurs, you make their lives better. And as we always say in New World Women, when women do better, so does everyone around them. So this is how we create our new world. I'm New World Women co-founder Sean Vougeot, along with co-founders Neka Page and Dawn Morningstar, our beautiful sisters. We look forward to these gatherings every month with you so that we can continue to awaken, grow, and connect with you. Now, please relax as Dawn brings us into the stillness together.
Greetings, beautiful sisters. It's always so important to just take a moment to leave the everyday behind and come into the sacred moment. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, you can go ahead and do that, or have a gentle gaze. Feel your breath enlivening you and bringing you a sense of joyful, expansive peace. No need to control your breath, simply follow it and travel into your deepest and sweetest inner self. With each breath, go deeper and deeper into your true nature. Dive into your soul, the infinite part of you that is wise, knowing, and resilient. You are here in this world at this time to awaken your light and to shine it out to all. Feel the light of your soul, the love in your heart, the infinite part of you that brings wise joy to people, to experiences, and to all of life on Mother Earth. You are human and divine, dear sister, the middle bridge between heaven and earth. May we all feel the gratitude we have for like-hearted, high-vibe sisterhood, for teachings like this one that we're about to experience that awaken our inner wisdom, and gratitude for sacred tools that support us in navigating our complex world. May you feel inspired, and may your heart feel peaceful and loving, for that is why you are here on Mother Earth, dear sister. Today and every day, we are creating our new world together. Systems are crumbling so that glorious new ones can emerge. So it is, and so it shall be. Namaste, and blessed be. Take another breath or two, feeling yourself fully present in your body. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes, and we will meet Claire Marie. It really is our pleasure to introduce our guest luminary presenter, Claire Marie. I remember the first time I saw Claire Marie at, I believe it was either Collage X or, yep, you're shaking your head, yes. And I just remember, I think I gasped when I first saw her because your energy, Claire, is so big and so beautiful and so bright. And I just knew that I wanted to go over there and swim around in that orbit a little bit. I think I'm mixing metaphors to be in that orbit of yours. And so we are very grateful that you are a part of New World Women. I'll tell everyone a little bit about you. Claire Marie established CMK Energy in 2007, which offers a variety of services and tools for spiritual and physical exploration and healing. Claire Marie is interested and does help individuals fully self-actualize for a life that is full of grace, magic, and experience. She offers mentorship guide and guidance for clients looking to enhance their own spiritual growth and enlightenment, intuitive guidance to help in facing life's challenges. And she provides energy healing therapy to aid in that alignment and to balance body, mind, and spirit so that one's journey can be as full and joyful as possible. Claire Marie has been certified with Healing Beyond Borders and practices healing touch, and I might need help with this, Jin Shin Jyutsu. Is that close enough? Okay. Among other modalities to help support each client individually. Claire Marie is also an Amazon best-selling author and has many years' experience in the metaphysical arts and meditation to help each client gain clarity of her own power and insight as she navigates life's journey in all of its depths, dimensions, and paths. So if you want to unmute yourself, Claire Marie, we welcome you with our hearts. Welcome to New World's Women, Birds of a Feather Together call.
Well, thank you very much. What a beautiful introduction. I super appreciate that. We met at Collage X and then again at Women in Spirituality.
Yes.
And I went, I want to be part of that. And it took me a little bit to get there, but here I am now. And I would just want to thank every one of you, beautiful ladies, for showing up today. This is my first foray into teaching with New World Women. Hopefully, you'll like what I have to offer today. We are going to do a little Jin Shin Jyutsu, and I'll talk a little bit about what that is and what that means. As Dawn had said, I try very hard to use um, positivity and love in my practice. That is a high vibing frequency that really is where we are going and what the world and the energetics of the cosmos are asking us to achieve is to reach that space. So everything I try to do, even when there's a challenge or we need to work on something that's hard, is shift it to a more positive space and hold that space in love. So I will always try to navigate us back to that place. And that is one of the things that really brought me to learn and study with Mary Burmeister and Jiro Murai in Jin Shin Jyutsu. It is a Japanese energy medicine, and it is kind of in the idea of acupressure, where it's just a touch of the body, and it works along the lines of the meridians, but we in Jin Shin Jyutsu call them safety energy locks. So, in the place in your body, if things are running smoothly, everything's going great. But when you press on those brakes, everything seizes up. You sometimes maybe need to jumper cable a couple of places to get things moving again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we do in Jin Shin Jyutsu with positivity and love. One of Mary's beautiful phrases is you drop the shoulders and be the smile. right?
Love
Just
that.
let that love shine through, be in a space of creating that high frequency so that anything that is blocked can be like roto-rooted out with love and grace, right? So we're going to try to build on that a little bit tonight.
Mhm.
And I just am so appreciative of Don for putting us into a great moment, present moment. And I would really like to capitalize on that a little bit if I can. Am I able to share now? Is that okay?
Yes, in one moment though, before we
Okay.
dive into your beautiful teaching, I wanted to let everyone know that if you do have questions or comments along the way, please put them in the chat and I'll help monitor them for Claire Marie. And tonight is really just like, what do they call that in fancy restaurants? An amuse-bouche. That's like that very first little taste they give you. It's even before the appetizer of all the amazing wisdom that she has to share. Happily, Claire Marie will be teaching in greater detail in our New World Women live teachings. Those live teachings are open to all women during the live part when it's actually being presented live on Zoom. And then the replays are available in the Perch Replay Library, which is available to members. And women can join if you haven't already as a personal growth member or as a business maven member. So as Claire Marie is teaching, just make sure that you remember that this is an introduction and there will be much more. I think that was everything we wanted to do. But before we get into it, I wanted to ask you, Claire Marie, what is your vision of a new world? And what role do you see New World women having in this new world?
I'm very glad you asked that question. And it's something that I feel very strongly about at the moment. And it is, I personally got a vision of what is coming. And I could not be any happier than feeling on a side of history and evolution that speaks to my soul's longing. What I was given is that we are no longer us versus them. The world is moving to a place where it's just us, that we find that it's global, but very community driven because we have the technology and the ability to use little pockets of community and use that globally so that we can visit small communities, we can be aware of what community is and different cultures, and we can honor what they are, allow them to be what they are. There is equality in a way, for the biggest way. That's how equality and respect for human life and humans in particular, as well as coming back to understanding that we have to respect the planet that we're on, and that coming through that is going to be refocused. Not so much what we're seeing right now is the dismantling of not and decommissioning protections that are helping us be able to keep the earth alive. Um, and it is way more, um, it's equality, it's community, it's love, it is. Now, I'm not to say that there's not going to be any fighting, any war, any of things like that, but we are shifting to the age of Aquarius, right?
Mm.
Do you remember hair, right? When we learned about the age of Aquarius, and that's really what is coming. The frequency of the divine feminine that we are holding, which is how I bring this back to New World Women, is because that energy is going to be way more balanced. We're not going to overtake, we're going to balance, which means we are going to be able to have an understanding that gender as a construct is no longer going to be part of the balance. We are going to be in balance with active and passive, positive and negative. It's going to be much more understanding and much more respectful. And it's a very exciting place to be. So the more we can bring ourselves to find those high frequencies, love, gratitude, appreciation, joy, and we hold that as our baseline for community. It helps us be able to further understand and feel the emotions of what is happening and be part of the gift of what it is to be alive and not have it be so hard. We have been around long enough. We are evolving to a place where we don't have to always be surviving. We can be thriving. We have the ability to do that right now and moving forward. That's where we're going. And New World Women is ushering us into that platform and into that place. And I could not be any happier than to be part of this groundbreaking space that says, hey, let's make room for this. Let's see what this is. Let's carry this and spread this so that we have a place for women to really understand their power, get involved in their power, and not give their power away.
Mm.
That is a biggest piece is don't give your power away. We are trained to do that. And New World Women is helping us maintain our power. So I'm happy. I'm so happy to be part of this collective and everybody here.
Mm. Well, amen, sister. That's all I can say. I know a lot of people don't like the amen, but I don't know. I couldn't think of anything else. That just seemed like glory, hallelujah. That was amazing. And I think we're going to have to take that recording and push it out there for others to hear. Thank you so very much. So you'll have until about 15 past the hour if you want to go ahead and begin your teachings or your teaching rather. And then we'll have some announcements, a raffle, and a wrap up. So.
Great. So, ladies, I'm gonna share my screen with everyone. Let's hope that this works. Hope everybody can see it. Um, Today we're just gonna talk about helping hands. One of the best things Jin Shin Jyutsu, like astrology, is a full lifetime look and course and perspective. And it can be extremely large and it can be incredibly simple. And tonight we're going to use the simple version of how we can align ourselves when we need it. I was talking about being able to weather those pitfalls, those strengths, and how do we get ourselves back in track and in alignment. And these are some ways, very simple ways, that you can have right at your fingertips. And when we start, what I'd like to do is capitalize on Dawn's bringing us present, and that is using the hug. And so I'm going to ask that you take your hands. There's a place in Jin Shin Jyutsu right behind the shoulder blade into the back. You don't have to go there. You can see that my lovely model is holding that space. I just get right into my armpits. Okay. And this is a hug. Please hug yourself every day. Part of not giving your power away is appreciating your own compassion. Not only are you giving yourself a hug, but you're crossing your heart, giving yourself that peace, that gratitude, bringing yourself to center. Take a big breath. Exhale, drop your shoulders. And feel what it's like to be your own form of maternal comfort. We're going to hold this for 2 more breaths, and then we're going to move on so we can kind of cover a lot of other things. So this is going to really get us into our body. And we're going to, if you can open your eyes, we're going to start talking about harmonizing attitudes through the fingers. This brings us to the understanding that all we need is our palms and our fingers to help us soothe and comfort. This is something that not only can you use yourself, but you can teach others, including children. I use finger holds with kids who have severe anxiety in school all the time. And we talk about getting rid of worry fast. And that's worry at the thumb, FAST. So you can remember at your fingers, we are to harmonize the attitude of fear with our pointer finger, anger with our middle finger, sadness or grief with our ring finger, and pretense or trying to or overwhelm with our pinky. Okay. And what does that mean? Well, we're going to go through this a little quickly, but that means that what do babies do when they need to self-soothe when they're kids? I even know this and I don't even have kids. They pop their thumb into their mouths. They are innately self-soothing. And that is a comfort level, excuse me, that is a comfort level that if you were just to gently hold your thumb, nice and gentle, just hold your thumb, give it a shot, feel what it feels like as I chat to hold your thumb. This is part of the spleen and stomach function energy within the body that is allowing us to create boundaries. It is allowing us to feel like we are safe, therefore creating with us anti-anxiety. So there can be comforts. Take a big breath, drop your shoulders, be the smile, and feel what it feels like to hold that thumb. Now I'm going to have you switch thumbs. Hold your opposite thumb for a moment and feel what that feels like. Does it feel different? Does it feel the same? Usually, if someone needs to, I have them hold both their thumbs, which can be very helpful if you don't know which thumb to hold, right? A big question I get is, which thumb should I hold? And that should be, where in your body are you feeling the anxiety? Are you feeling it on the left side, on the right side? This brings us to body awareness, which is huge. So if you're feeling one side creaky, irritated, angry more than the other side, start with that side and hold that thumb. So now we're going to give ourselves the option of holding our index finger. Nice and gently, we're just going to hold it nice, and they don't need to squeeze. Just nice and gently hold. And this is something that kids can do or you can do in the in your pocket. Like some people wear sweatshirts a lot and they have that front pocket. It can be under your desk with your hands in your lap, dropping your shoulders, taking 4 or 5 deep breaths, holding your finger to get you into harmony. It is something that you can do when driving, if you can handle it with one hand. So it gives you the opportunity of being able to use this whenever you want to. You can also hold your own thumb or hold your own index finger. So give yourself the opportunity to use this. There's no wrong way to do this. So give yourself the opportunity to play with using these to harmonize these attitudes. The anger finger is one that I find incredibly useful. A lot of people do, and we know that is the anger finger because I'm gonna use it because we're all adults here. What do we do when we're angry with someone? Okay, we flip them the bird. This is the anger finger. It is also the binder. When we start to do the mudras, we'll find that this finger is very important to allowing us to find that bridge at the heart. And so we're going to just gently give ourselves the option of holding that middle finger. Take a couple of deep breaths, drop your shoulders, see if it feels any different. You might find that holding this finger, you have deep pulsations, meaning your body is telling you, hey, hey, we've got something going on here. We need to pay attention to the body at this particular juncture. In which case, you want to take more time at this one finger and give yourself, you can hold it while you're watching your favorite movie. You can hold it while binging a TV show. You can hold it in the shower. You can hold it anywhere that you want to be able to hold it. We're going to move on to the fourth finger because there's a mudra that also works with this that is really great. And this is our sadness or grief. I tend to do this when my depression tends to hit. There's times, and it's usually cyclical because my hormones go crazy. There are times when I just get overwhelming sadness coming in. And I hold my ring fingers because sometimes I can't always hold them. And that helps kind of soothe that space so I don't always feel as teary. It gives me a space to take a breath. And we'll see about that in the mudras. This helps open the chest. This helps us digest things that are happening, digest the grief. And again, when you give yourself the opportunity to take a moment to hold these fingers, how does this finger differ from the other ones? Can you feel a difference? And can you feel a difference holding the other finger? This one is great. Pretense or trying to. A lot of us try really hard to meet all of our goals. We try really hard to be the best we want to be. We try really hard to make sure we're doing everything right. It gets to be overwhelming when that happens. Holding this pinky can help harmonize that. Right now, if you feel overwhelmed with everything that's hitting you all at once, give yourself a minute to hold your pinkies and see what that feels like. That runs, if you see on the page, it says it's heart function energy or the heart energy pattern. It helps, again, open the chest. It helps open that bridge from spiritual to matter, from heaven to earth, allowing us to be able to be that bridge, come into our body, into our alignment, being and the ability to usher in this new beautiful phase that we were talking about, this age of Aquarius, this age of evolved individuals who know that we do not have to suffer every day. So each one of these is at your fingertips. If and when you cannot decide which finger to use, hold your palms. It's all inclusive. You can hold one at a time. You can hold them together. What do we do when we want to be spiritual? When we want to honor? We put our palms together. It can be any way that we want to keep those palms together. And that will help everything come together. That's why the power of prayer is so important. Doesn't matter what the prayer is. Could be a mudra in meditation. It could be is because energy follows thought and intention. It doesn't have to be to any particular person, but getting yourself into alignment with those palms helps everything. So now now that we've got that in our pockets, because we can take these anywhere. We don't have to forget them in our purse or in our pockets or on the table with our car keys. We can take them with us anywhere we want to go. We're going to walk through a couple of mudras that also can be helpful to use if we want to sit with them instead of just holding our fingers. What does this look like? This particular mudra, I'm going to ask you to find your hand that the side that is causing some problems, right? Right now, my left side tends to be the one that if anything hits me, it's gonna show up on my left side, my left hip, maybe my left knee, maybe my left shoulder. There's a reason for that. Someday we'll go into that, but I find that my left side tends to take the hit before anything else. So I'm gonna hold my left hand. I'm gonna use my left hand. If you want to use your right, you go for it. Doesn't matter. So the primary hand that you're going to start with, your palm is going to face you. Okay? And then you're just very gently going to hold that middle finger, just like we did. Very gently hold that middle finger. We're going to take 2 breaths. Okay? So inhale, exhale. This mudra is about the exhale. It is about descending energy, getting rid of the dirt, dust, greasy grime crap that you've been holding on to that doesn't need to be there. It's about letting go. Take another breath and exhale. Drop your shoulders. Usually at this point, we would switch to the other hand, but I'm just going to have you sit here for a moment and just be with that exhale. Be aware of what your body feels like as you hold this mudra. I can already feel it in my feet. One more breath. Now, as we focus in this mudra on the exhale, what we're doing is we're creating space to receive. The next mudra that we have works with the inhale. So we have our fingers here holding that middle finger, palm facing in. We're going to switch to our palm facing out. And we're just going to gently hold that. You can hold it in your lap. I hold mine up so that everybody can see. But it's just that easy. Nice, gentle. And that's about the inhale. That's about receiving. As you inhale, you receive the bounty, the beauty of life. You receive energy, prosperity. Allowing yourself the beautiful gift that is abundance and reception. One more breath. Drop the shoulders. Be the smile. And be in awareness of this, how this mudra makes your body feel. We're going to move on to the next mudra. This mudra is about generating and building. We're going to take our hand, the same hand we were using, we're going to place it to palm facing us again. And we're just really gently going to hold the pinky and the ring finger. Now, if you remember, that's pretense and trying to, and sadness and grief. We're going to harmonize these together. It opens the chest. You might find that throughout your day, you might see that you maybe sit holding a few of these fingers. You might already be doing these mudras and using your fingers to help you self-soothe already without even knowing why. Oh, I love this one. I think it feels so good. It allows us to really be able to continue through our day. If we're tired, this is going to build and regenerate. Give yourself a few moments to just really take those breaths, drop the shoulder, and hold these two fingers, and then go about your day with greater focus. Now we're going to move to the next mudra. Using that same hand, we're going to face the palm away from us. And we're going to gently hold the thumb, index, and middle finger. Yeah, go ahead, Lynn. Ask whatever you need to ask, sweetheart.
I don't have a question. Somehow when I raise my hand, it just,
Raised your hand?
well, yeah, I put my hand up. Sorry.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Yep. So we're going to just hold the thumb. I kind of look at it like a butterfly, and I just kind of gently hold the palm and the fingers. So we're holding the thumb, the index finger, and the middle finger together. Perfect. And again, it's just a gentle hold. You don't need to squeeze. Feel the difference of what that is. Right now, we're harmonizing worry, fear, and anger. We are allowing ourselves to let that go. And we bring in the light. Again, we're going to drop our shoulders. Be the smile. Right now, I can feel this working on my knees. Didn't even know my knees were needing some attention, but I can feel that energy like a little bit of a effervescent bubbling under my kneecaps. It feels good. Take stock and come into awareness of how this feels in your body. Okay, now we're going to move to the next one. This is a two-hander, ladies. First original hand, palm facing out. The second hand, we're going to make a ring with with the middle finger and the thumb. Like an okay, right? And then we're going to take our thumb and we're going to put our thumb pad on the thumbnail and our fingernail on the thumb pad. When I do mudras, I tend to talk about this one being like the turkey at Thanksgiving. Remember when we were kids, we made a turkey with our hands and it's coming to eat at the trough, right? Right here. This mudra, this is the janitor. We were talking about letting go. We were talking about getting rid of the dirt, dust, and greasy grime, all the things that you have to take a little extra time to scrub. This one's gonna help do it. I'm also gonna leave you with this, which is one of the things that we will talk about in the larger class. This, ladies, if you're gonna travel long distances, excellent for jet lag. Just FYI. When you're in the plane, do this little mudra, hold it in your lap while you're watching the movie or while you're snoozing. You will feel so different on the other side. Let everything clean itself out. All right. We only have a few left to go. We talked about holding the ring finger. We have the thumb pad on the fingernail of the ring finger. So we're making that okay sign with the ring finger and the thumb. This is excellent to help harmonize that sadness and grief. It also really helps respiration. So if you're having a hard time breathing, if you're climbing a hill and you're gasping for breath, hold this mudra. You're going to be able to have more space in your lung capacity. You'll find that it's going to be easier to breathe. It's one of the things that when we're sad, we do the right? We have those short clipped breaths. This is going to help us be able to take a deeper breath, calm ourselves down. Then, honey, you're going to use your ring finger and your thumb. There you go. Not the index finger, the ring finger. There you go. That's only because I can see you as well as Sean and Don. So take a deep breath with this. Feel what that feels like. Open the chest. Sometimes I even drive like this, 10 and 2. But I don't think we're supposed to drive at 10 and 2 anymore. Shows our age, doesn't it? Allow your breath to take flight here. One more breath. This one. This one. If you find yourself in need of centering in a busy day, we were talking about palms together, helping everything. We're going to put our palms together, We're going to drop all of our fingers except for that ring finger or that middle finger. Middle finger is going to stay extended. Okay. We're not going to press. We're not going to jam them together. We're just lightly going to hold them together. Drop your shoulders and breathe. You might find that all of a sudden you feel everything going and getting right into alignment. It's very reverent. I love this one. I use this one a lot in my meditations. That alignment. Again, we bridge with our heart. We bridge with third depth in Jin Shin Jyutsu. And that third depth is represented by that middle finger. It's our binder. It bridges. It feels different in the body. It's almost a deeper sensation, maybe, if you're feeling it. When we're in alignment, we we receive them, and then we let them go. Receive in alignment and let them go. That's here. Next one. Very easy. We go from this mudra, we just keep those middle fingers together and we flip them around. We touch that first knuckle and then the nail beds of our middle fingers. That's it. This one is about the purified breath of life. There's this breath right now in this moment. There will never be another one like it. Ever. Be here. Be aware of this breath. Be in awe of this breath. This is also something we'll talk about deeper. This also very much helps the back. If you are having back pain, especially lower back pain, holding this mudra for a significant amount of time can really help the back pain. Tips and tricks, all of which are at your fingertips. Ways that you can help yourself be aware of your own body, your own energy, helping yourself before you help others. These are gifts that we have to be able to just at any time be the best version of ourselves that we can possibly be. And at that, I think we're at time.
Yes, we are. Claire Marie, that was extraordinary. It was so helpful, so helpful. And I really look forward to your deeper classes. I know you have much more to share with us. I found this to be helpful sitting here, and I can't wait to use it in certain situations. And I can't wait to teach it to my little grandson if he's feeling like stressed out, or I mean, he's not 2 yet, but even teaching him young, if you're afraid of something, hold on to this finger, or whatever it might
Absolutely.
be.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
beautiful. Gosh, thank you so much. And we have a question, and then I think we would have time for maybe one person to share what this experience was like. The question is, how long is a significant amount of time for the back release?
If you have chronic back pain, to get some relief, I would give it 20 to 30 minutes. And the reason I say that, because not always does it take that long. But I was going through a lot of grief when my best friend's mom died. She was a beautiful friend of mine as well. I know her in my life longer. I knew her more than I didn't know her in my life. And when she passed, I was getting jaw pain, so much jaw pain. And because the stress, that's what I was doing. I was clenching my teeth. And I have TMJ, so it's this constant thing. But I even went to the dentist and was like, and the doctor, do I have a tumor? It was sore to the touch. And what I did every night was remind myself that I have things they're like, nope, you're fine. It's just stress. So I would hold my thumb. I held my thumb on the side that hurt. Of course, it was my left side. So I held my thumb and I held it before bed. And at about the 15, 20-minute mark, I could feel the drain of that pain. It went from an 8 to probably a 3. But it took some time because it was weeks that this was continuing and building. So it took some time to unload that pain. And so if you've got a lot of back pain, give yourself a little, and you can do it. You can put your fingers together, right? I mean, you don't have to just be here, but give yourself some time to sit with it. Relax, drop your shoulders. You should find that you find some relief there. And so that's a significant amount of time. To me, that's a significant amount of time, is 20 to 30 minutes. You're really taking a moment to be with your body, with your breath, and giving yourself the opportunity of having some relief.
Love that. You're right. We have answers right at our fingertips. It's
Right
amazing.
at our fingertips.
And is there a guide to help us remember, a book or a guide? Do you have that yet?
Yes. If you would like me to send you a handout, both the hand form that we saw very first and one that shows you each mudra, I would be happy to email you that handout.
Okay. Is that something that we could somehow put onto the New World Women website as a resource and tie it back to you as well?
Yes.
Yeah. And we can talk about
especially
the
if we use it
logistics.
as a class.
Yes.
That'd be great. There's two things. So there's going to be two classes that we can do through New World Women with Jin Shin Jyutsu, full stop. And I highly recommend it to everybody. Jin Shin Jyutsu, I mean, doing the work, it has changed my life. I am my very own testimonial. There is number one, the helping hands. So we'll go through each one of these things in more detail. And you'll get those 2 pages. Then we have little plug, Jin Shin Jyutsu self-help course. So you get 3 books with that goes through all of Mary Burmeister's work. She talks about the physio philosophy. She goes through step by step all kinds of things that we just walked through today. Again, you can get as deep into it as you want or as little as you need to. And these books we can find when you take a self-help course, or we can get them through the Burmeister Foundation in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Beautiful. Boy, we have a lot to look forward to with this.
And
And we have Mary's email address in the chat here. So we'll make sure you get
fantastic,
that
Mary. I'd be
your way.
happy to send that to you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. I'm really excited to have these tools. I feel like the timing is perfect on this for many of us. And
Right?
so thank you so very much.
You are very welcome. By all means, it is something I started doing my Jin Shin Jyutsu mudras meditation and 36 breaths on Zoom during the pandemic.
Wow.
And people were it was the best thing. They waited. We started at 5:15, went to 5:30, 15 minutes. We can go through 36 breaths and go through your mudras. That's all it takes to be able to do those mudras, but you can hold them as long as you want to. And if you would like, ladies, I am also doing that on the 15th or the 25th. So next Tuesday at 5:15, we're doing Mudras live on Facebook if you want to work again with them.
Beautiful. And we can get that information from you and make sure it goes somewhere in New World Women so that others can find
Perfect.
it. Thank you so much. And I think we're going to move right into our announcements and then a raffle, or a raffle first and announcements. It's up to you, Mecca and Sean, whichever way you'd like to do it. We're getting lots of thank yous and requests for others to have the information emailed to them. And I love your energy and the passion to help others. That is from Lisa. Okay, great. So Mecca and Sean, you want to take it from here?
So, first of all, as always, we thank our founding mothers. Without you and your support, we would not be here. And we have, we thank you and thank you and thank you, as well as our luminaries. They do a fabulous job, just like Claire Marie tonight, and we are grateful for you and appreciate all the help you bring us. You may or may not know that yesterday was our official public grand opening of Birdie, our online all-women vendor marketplace. And we have since getting on, well, it came online a few days before, but we've made about $1,000 in sales since doing that. So we feel like that's cause to celebrate a little bit. And speaking of celebrating, we have chosen the 13th of each month to be a Let's Shop Birdie Together Day. So the next one will be Sunday, April 13th. So put that on your calendar and shop Birdie with us. We also want to say that we have some things to be happy about. Collaboration is Queen podcast has been nominated, or has received actually, an honorable mention from Minnesota Women's Press for 2025. And on FeedSpot, we were ranked number 21 in the top 100 women empowerment podcasts in the country, and number 12 in the top 25 collaboration podcasts. So we're kind of excited about those awards. Upcoming events include Monday, March 24th, Reverend Dr. Patricia Keel will do her procrastination classes postponed, just kidding. And actually it was postponed last month. So we are hoping it actually happen on Monday. It will. On Wednesday, March 26th, Dr. Mary Newstrom will teach us about connecting with the spirit of nature and plants and understanding our true place in this world. On Monday, April 7th, Annette Regalo will teach us how to balance the masculine and feminine. On Wednesday, April 9th, Shannon Poppy will cover sharing what you love, the letters Y, U, W, and V with the Vemla handwriting technique. On Monday, April 14th, Michelle Ray will be telling us about living as powerful women and our role models. On Thursday, April 17th, our next Birds of a Feather Together call will feature Barbara McAfee, and she will be talking about how we can unleash the power using our full voice. Wednesday, April 23rd, Dr. Mary Newstrom will be talking about plant medicine and how to benefit from it. And I think that is it for announcements.
All right. Thank you, Mecca. Perfect. Wonderful things coming up. So stay tuned to all these wonderful teachings we have coming up. All right. So now we have the raffle drawing, and Claire Marie is giving away a pouch of chakra stones. So we all want this. This is an awesome gift. Thank you, Claire Marie, for offering this beautiful gift. So we have 11 of you live on the call. So that is the benefit of joining us live on the call, as you are entered into the drawing of whatever the luminary teacher is offering. And so very quickly, I'm going to share the screen. 1 to 11, generate a number 6. I stop my share. I go to my galleries, number 6. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carol Marcella. Congratulations. You are the winner of Claire Marie's
Thank you so much.
pouch of stones. Congratulations. So We
Thank
will have you two connect in the chat, exchanging emails, and then you'll be able to receive that beautiful gift.
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight, Kate. All right. And thank you, all of you, for being here live or watching the replay with us. If you're, we send you our love if you are watching the replay. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to you, Claire Marie, for sharing your wisdom and inspiring us to use all of the tools available at our fingertips so we can be our very best selves. So this was brand new teaching for me. So I'm very excited. This was super, super cool. New information, new awakening for me. So this is super cool. When we women do better, so does everyone around us. We look forward to welcoming you into our New World Women's Sisterhood as a part of our movement of love and light. If you're not already, please consider joining us as a personal growth member or a business maven member. Be sure to check out our all-women vendor marketplace called Birdie by going to birdie.shop. That's BIRDI.shop. Remember, Birdie is open for shopping for everyone, and your purchase supports women's self-empowerment around the world. Gift certificates, as I mentioned, are a fabulous option if someone asks you what you'd like for Mother's Day or birthday, just, or just because you want to give a gift to someone and give them a smile. We hope to see you at next month's Birds of a Feather Together call and at our New World Women live teachings, which are free and open to all women. So the live calls are free and open to all women. So please invite your women friends to join us. Let's create a new and better world together by unmuting yourself and placing a word of intention into our circle. Farewell for now.
Fingers.
Joy.
Blessings.
Peace.
Gratitude.
Love.
Dude.
Kindness.
Venus.
Sisterhood.
Growth.
Well, thank you all, and we will see you next time. Claire Marie, thank you again.
Thank you. It was such a pleasure to be here, ladies.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hang out with you again.